you said that dhyana, seva, all of these are very important. But
Yeah.
since you saw so many devotees over the years, what were the things that made Swamiji happy in devotees? Like, what did he expect out of them, per se?
Okay. Okay, ma'am. See, actually, your question reminded me of a saying in Hindu. I'm sorry, in Hindi. Okay. सीख तो ऐसा चाहिए गुरु को सब कुछ दे, गुरु ऐसा चाहिए कि सीख से कुछ नहीं ले. Right? To translate that into English, what that saying means is that the Sikh, meaning the Shishya, the disciple or the devotee, should be such that he should be willing to give his everything, offer his everything to the Guru. But the Guru should be such that he doesn't accept anything from the Shishya. Okay? Anything from the Sikh. Okay, ma? So this is the definition of an ideal Guru and an ideal Shishya. See today how things have changed, right? Every Guru charges money. Every Shishya has to pay money to become a Shishya and to practice spirituality. Fortunately for us, we are devotees of Shivabalayogi who never charged anybody anything, okay? But again, it's just a saying that came to my mind when you asked, what makes Swamiji happy and what does he expect from the devotees? Okay? Again, I think I know what you are asking, but let me take you aside a little bit just to make you understand how Swamiji was, okay? See, you wouldn't expect Swamiji to present a white paper on this, right? What will make me happy? What do I expect from devotees? See, what I mean is, that's not written down anywhere. Okay? So, as we came close to him, as we became his devotees, we came close to him, then the same desire was in our hearts also. Just like you, Bindya, now, you're trying to seek what is it that makes Swamiji happy? What is it that he expects from me, right? That same kind of a desire was in our hearts also. Not just with me. I'll take other examples also. So constantly we would be looking, we would be searching, we would be seeking, what is it that he likes? What is it that I can give him that will make him happy? What is he looking for in us? Okay? Now, so let's go to the simple things first. This is a story from Yashoda Akka. After she took over the management of the Bangalore ashram, the JP Nagar ashram, this was, I think, in 1984 or 85. Okay, Swamiji gave her the management. He made her the manager for the whole kitchen and all that. Every month once, all the groceries and the vegetables, not all of the vegetables, but things like, onions, potatoes, things like that which can stay for a month, were supposed to be brought from the wholesale market. Swamiji used to get angry if we buy any of that from the street shops. He didn't allow us to do that. He used to get angry. Okay. So everything that is required for the ashram, including the mass feedings, including all the guests who would come, okay, and an unexpected number, right? You cannot predict or foretell which day how many devotees would come, right? And any number of devotees that come for Swamiji's darshan, not every day, but every day Swamiji used to invite people, some people, a few devotees into his chambers. And Swamiji would say, serve them dinner, serve them prasad, and the dinner had to be ready. Okay. So for all these requirements, Yashoda Akka had to plan the grocery requirement and the vegetable requirement. And she had to go to the market once in a month. He wouldn't allow her to go every week also. Okay, only once in a month. And she has to bring everything that is required once in the van. Okay, the ashram had a van, a very old van. So Gundu Jagadish would drive it. So Yashoda had to go in that. With a couple of other devotees, they would go to the market, buy everything in wholesale, bring it once to the ashram, and then that used to work for the next 1 month. So Yashodaka tells us that every time she went to the market and came back, please remember that she had to serve all the three meals to Swamiji. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, she had to take it inside to Swamiji and serve it to him at the right time. You understand? Now, while doing this, she has to manage the other jobs also, including going to the market and getting all the groceries and vegetables and all that. Okay. So on the day, they had to plan everything, make a list of everything, and then immediately after serving breakfast to Swamiji, when Swamiji takes rest, she used to rush to the market, the wholesale market, KR market in Bangalore. Okay. Not any of the small markets nearby. No. Because everything used to be cheap in the wholesale market, right? So after Swamiji was served his breakfast, Yashoda had to leave and come back before Swamiji's lunchtime. Okay. So that was a challenge. So she would actually rush through the shopping, marketing, and everything. Okay, bargain rates, and then look at the quality of goods, and then everybody will pick up. Then all that has to be carried and filled in the van, and then in a hurry she would come back, and then again start serving lunch to Swamiji. And when she went to serve the lunch to Swamiji, it seems Swamiji would ask her, Akka, what did you bring me from the market? What did you bring for me? So the first time she was very surprised, My God, what can I bring for Swamiji from the wholesale market? I have gone to buy groceries and vegetables. What will I find there to bring for Swamiji? Okay, but she was very ashamed. She didn't bring anything. So the next month, now she knew that Swamiji would ask her something. Okay. So she made some time for that and she bought something for Swamiji. I think it was a little eatable or some gift for Swamiji. Okay. So this time she brought it, but she didn't tell Swamiji because she was trying to check whether Swamiji will again ask. So that month again, Swamiji would ask, Akka, what did you bring for me from the market? You've gone to the market. You brought everything for the ashram. What did you bring for me? What did you bring for Swamiji? And then with glee on her face, laughing, she would go and get that little gift or that little eatable for Swamiji. And Swamiji used to be so pleased with that, so happy about that he would really enjoy that gift. Okay. So this is a story that Yashodaka told us. And lot of other devotees, a number of other devotees, when they came to Swamiji, they used to think about what gift will Swamiji like. And as I think by now you all know, he used to enjoy little gadgets a lot. Electronic gadgets, cameras, okay, pens, wristwatches. We are talking about a yogi, okay? A yogi who has done 12 years of tapas. And then devotees would bring these kind of gifts for him. And he used to enjoy them so much, probably a cap, a special cap. Somebody would bring him gloves, okay? And he would enjoy all of that. And then he would exhibit that delight, just like a little child. Like when the mother goes out and then gets something from the shop for the child, just as the child would enjoy it, right? And then every day he would be after that. I'll tell you one thing, okay? There was an electronic piano. We call them the keyboards now, right? They are like big ones now from Samsung or big companies. No, I'm talking about the little Casio one, okay? Just about this long, about a foot long and probably 3-4 inches wide. Somebody gifted that to Swamiji. I'm talking about 82, 83, okay? So this was given to Swamiji and it had all the keys on that. Sarigama Padanisa, those keys, okay? And in addition to that, it had a few buttons. And if I push that button, it would automatically play a song. No, not in voice, not in human voice, but in those same tunes, it will play a song along with a rhythm, tuck, 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 something like that. And Casio is a Japanese device, right? So this would be some strange Japanese music which we don't understand and we don't, I didn't enjoy that, okay? I didn't like it at all. But then to my surprise, every day morning when Swamiji did the puja, he insisted that the Casio keyboard was put on and the music was put on, okay? So the bell would be ringing. So somebody in Swamiji's devotees would be ringing the bell while the puja is going on. Some devotee is chanting the mantras. Swamiji is blowing the gong. And at the same time, the Casio device is playing its music. It used to be so strange. But still Swamiji used to do that. Okay, so that is the way he used to show his delight even when a little gift was brought to him. Okay, I think what he valued was the devotion behind that, right? Not the value or the device itself, right? The gift itself, but the devotion which came along with that. That is what he valued so much, and he enjoyed so much. Okay, Vindhya, I know that this is not the answer you are expecting. Okay, because you talk about the guru. What does a guru expect from his devotees? Okay, so you are actually looking at the guru shishya relationship in the spiritual path. Okay, how the guru is leading and the devotee is following him, and in that, okay, what is it that the guru expects from the devotee, and what will make the guru happy? Okay, so as I said, this is not available as a document or anything like that. So I have been keen on this. I have been seeking this response to the same question every moment of my time with Swamiji. So from that, I have a few phrases, actually about 3 I could recollect, okay, which I think will answer your question. So let me explain those 3 things, right? The first thing that I remember is, I'll say it in Telugu, Manasulo kalmashamu undakudadayya. I am like his child, okay? But he used to give so much respect to everybody. Whether to me or to Yashodaka or to any of the devotees, irrespective of our age, the way he used to talk to us was very respectful. That I think is the quality of a yogi. He never addressed me as Ra, Rara, Pora, Kuchora. He never said that. He always said Kuchavaya, Bhojanan Jeshavaya. So it's a very respectful way of addressing people. But the Guru, the Jagat Guru, he used to use such respectful language even when he was talking to his devotees. Who are just nobody, right? But still he had that respect, probably out of love. So he used to say, Manasulo, that is in the mind, Kalmashamu is impurity. Undakudadaya should not be there. He said this in some context. I don't remember the context, okay? I don't remember why he said this or when he said this. But this stuck to my mind. So what he is telling us is, one should not have impurity in one's mind. Okay? Now, what did he mean by impurity? Okay, the way I understood, again, from several experiences, from his behavior, from whom he liked and whom he disliked, he didn't show it publicly. But if you're close to him, then you could make out, right? So what I understand is that he liked people, he liked devotees who didn't have any ill feelings towards others, no intentions to deceive or cheat others. Okay? That's the purity he was looking for in devotees. Manasulo kalmashamu undakudadayya. There should not be impurity in the mind. Okay? No intentions of deceit, no intentions of cheating others. It could be anybody, right? So that is the first aspect that I learned. In his own words, right? Then the second thing, bhakti undali, bhayamu kuda undalayya. I know that many of you understand Telugu, so that's why I'm trying to repeat Swamiji's words in Telugu. So you can pick up exactly what he meant. Okay, bhakti undali, bhayamu kuda undalayya. So it means in English that one should have devotion, but one should also have fear. Now, I'm sure you are wondering, fear about what? How does fear go along with devotion? I mean, if you go by Swami Vivekananda's statement, he had said the first sign of a devotee is the lack of fear. Okay. Then what Swamiji said, is it the opposite of what Vivekananda is saying? No, absolutely not. Okay. So the fear that Swamiji is talking about is very different. What Swami Vivekananda talked about is fear of somebody hurting us, fear of bad guys, things like that. Okay. Being afraid of the future, being afraid of not having money or not. All those things is what Swami Vivekananda talked about. What Swamiji was referring to was there should be see, I have devotion towards Swamiji. So I can claim or I can assume that I have become a devotee of Swamiji. Agreed. But he was also looking for fear in me that any act that I perform could make me fall from his grace. Okay. So I should not be taking his grace for granted. That is the fear. Okay. Every moment you have to be careful that you are not doing something. It need not be a physical action, right? It could be a thought in the mind. It could be something that you are doing somewhere else, not in his presence. But if that is going to make you fall from his grace, then you should not be doing that. You should always have this fear in mind. Okay. I mean, depending on the context, where, when, and to whom he said this, I could understand this part of it. Okay. So, I mean, if you just turn it around, it could mean that you should always try to please him and you should make sure that he's not angry at you and all that. But with a yogi, pretensions won't work. Okay. I mean, if anybody is doing anything like that, he would immediately come to know that, I mean, if I don't have sincere, genuine fear of losing his grace, but if I am pretending a lot of respect or devotion towards him, he can easily make out. Okay. Not like other gurus or other people. He is my guru. He knows my mind better than I do. He can easily make out. I'll tell you an example, a little story again. Once a politician came to him. I mean, he was of a very high rank in the political party, state rank politician, okay? Actually, the state chief. Oh, he started coming to Swamiji, he started visiting Swamiji 3 times, 4 times. Then one time when he came to Swamiji, I happened to be at the ashram, okay? Swamiji was very sick. I mean, he was actually on dialysis. So he asked me to spread a mattress in the Dhyan Mandir. Then he came and lied down there. And he said, okay, now you allow him to come inside. So I went and opened the gate of the Dhyan Mandir. This politician came in along with his wife. He had brought a lot of fruits, flower garlands, and all that. Swamiji was just lying down there on the mattress. So he came to Swamiji, he put the garland, he offered all the flowers. Then he folded his hands like this and he was circumambulating Swamiji. Okay? He and his wife. And I was close to Swamiji and Swamiji whispered to me, do you see how these politicians pretend devotion? Can you make out? So that politician performed some puja and displayed a lot of devotion, and then he talked to Swamiji for a while and then he left. Later on, Swamiji explained to me, this fellow, he didn't turn up all these years. He was here in Bangalore. Suddenly, he has become a devotee of Swamiji. You know why? I said, no, Swamiji, I don't know. because now he knows that the Prime Minister is Swamiji's devotee. This fellow wants a favor. So he wants Swamiji to recommend him. That's the reason he's coming to Swamiji. Do you understand? It's not devotion. Okay? So no fake devotion, no fake respect will work with such gurus. They know us inside out. Much better than we know ourselves. Okay? Much, much better than that. So actually, to be honest with you, to tell you the truth, every moment when I was in the ashram, no, I was afraid that I may do something wrong and Swamiji may drive me out of the ashram. I don't know, this fear was always there. Not just in me, okay? The other devotees also had that. He never threatened anybody like that. But yet we had this fear. Okay? Then I talked about the grace, right? The fear of falling from his grace. I mean, there was an incident. I told you that Kondangi Swami had come to see Swamiji, right? This was a different time, much earlier when Swamiji was still doing well. He was quite healthy. And Kondangi Swami had come to Swamiji's ashram in Bangalore. And this was the first time I was seeing Kondangi Swami. Okay, I learned that, Kondangi Swami is somebody who had done 12 years of tapas. Under Swamiji's guidance, he completed tapas successfully and he came to the ashram. So I was wondering, what's the kind of relationship that Swamiji would have with him? Would he be closer than those of us? Me, Yashoda, Kodandam, Adinarayana. I mean, we had not performed tapas. And now here was a devotee, a disciple of Swamiji who had performed 12 years of tapas successfully. And he was coming to Swamiji. So I was wondering how he would be. How would Swamiji treat him? How would he treat Swamiji? To my surprise, I could see that Swamiji was not happy with him. Okay? So that is when it struck me, what's the use of doing 12 years of tapas if I'm going to fall from his grace? I don't want that. I don't want name, I don't want fame, no wealth, nothing. If that is going to cause a fall from his grace. Okay, ma? So that's the kind of fear that we used to have in our mind. I mean, we could go to Swamiji's room, we could approach him anytime. Okay, we could touch him, we could massage him, we could give him a bath. Those were great privileges that we enjoyed. Kondangi Swami had none of that. Then I started wondering, what's the use of doing tapas? Okay, I just wanted to share this feeling that I got at that time, okay, to explain what fear was. What is the fear that Swamiji was referring to? Okay, there's just another aspect of this that I would like to explain. As I said, seeking grace is not by trying to deceive the Guru or showing false devotion to him. Okay? So when I thought of this, Vindhya, when you asked this question and then I was thinking about this, I thought of Bhishma from the Mahabharata. Okay? Now just consider this. Bhishma knew that Lord Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas. And he knew that Sri Krishna was the Lord himself, was an incarnation of Mahavishnu. Bhishma was one of those few people who knew this truth right from the beginning, okay? There were very few of them. Vidura was one of them. Bhishma is another. But yet, he did not leave the Kauravas and go and join the Pandavas because Krishna is on the Pandavas side, right? Until the end, even the Mahabharata war, he fought for the Kauravas. He fought on the side of the Kauravas. Not only that, he led the whole army of the Kauravas against the Pandavas, and Krishna was on that side, on the enemy's side, Lord Krishna. But Bhishma did not fall from the grace of Krishna. Am I right? Do you agree with me?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Now, there is an incident that is described in the Mahabharata, in the war itself. We know that, Arjuna was not in favor of fighting with these people, right? Because Bhishma was his grandfather. Okay, so he didn't want to kill Bhishma. And that he had made it clear to Krishna right at the beginning of the war itself. I don't want to kill them. So Krishna had to tell him the whole of the Bhagavad Gita to remind him of his duty and say that you have to do this as a part of your duty. I know you don't want to kill them, your uncles, your brothers, your cousins, your grandfather, but you have to do it as a part of your duty. So after Sri Krishna showed him the Vishwarupa, he agreed, and then only he started the war. He started fighting, right? So the Mahabharata tells us that at one point in the war, Krishna was so unhappy with the way Arjuna was fighting Bhishma. He could again clearly see that there was no intent to kill Bhishma in Arjuna. So it is said Krishna got down from the chariot. He was a charioteer, right? He got down from the chariot, he drew his sword, and with the drawn sword, he ran towards Bhishma to his chariot, saying that Arjuna, if you don't kill him, then I will break my promise and I'll go and kill him. Please remember that Krishna made a promise that he would not draw his arms, he would not use his arms, although he was fighting on the side of the Pandya. I mean, he did not fight, right? He was only an advisor. He didn't use any arms at all. Okay, but as I said, at that point in time, Bhishma was leading the Kauravas. So unless Bhishma was killed, the war wouldn't go further. Okay, and so long as Bhishma was there, Krishna knew that the Kauravas cannot be defeated. So Bhishma had to be eliminated. Because Arjuna was not doing his job, Krishna got down from the chariot with sword in hand, and then he started running towards the chariot of Bhishma to cut off his head and kill him. Okay? And at that time, sage Vyasa writes that Bhishma left his arms and with open hands he invited Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, please come. It is such a good opportunity. I am so fortunate that the Lord himself is coming to kill me. What else do I need? So he invited Krishna to come and kill him. Okay? But it so happened that Arjuna also gets down from the chariot, runs after Krishna, catches him, and said, Krishna, no, please don't break your promise. I am promising you, I will kill Bhishma. Okay? So it is after that the rest of the story happens. They bring Shikhandi, put in front of Arjuna, and they cheat Bhishma and they kill him. Okay? I mean, when he's not firing any arrows, Arjuna kills him. Okay? Again, at the end of the war is over. The Kauravas are all defeated and killed. The Pandavas had won the war. But Bhishma was still lying on his bed of arrows. And then Krishna takes the Pandavas to him at that time. And that is when they say that it is Bhishma who recited the Vishnu Sahasranama in praise of Lord Krishna. Okay? So am I right in saying that Bhishma did not fall from the grace of Lord Krishna? Although he fought against the Pandavas, he was on the Kauravas side, okay, who were on the side of Adharma. But Bhishma was with them, and yet he did not fall from the grace of the Lord. Okay, so that I thought is a good example of not falling from the grace. Okay, he stood by his dharma. Whatever was his duty, he did that correctly. He did that right. That is the reason he did not fall from the grace of the Lord. I mean, at a point, the Lord was prepared to kill him, but he did not fall from the grace of the Lord. We need to appreciate this. These epics have such very intricate points that if we analyze them and understand them, we'll get a lot of knowledge. Okay, Bindya, I hope I'm clear. I'm just coming to the third statement, again in Swamiji's words, again in Telugu. Kadadaka yavaraite గురువుని పట్టుకొని ఉంటారో వాళ్ళకే చిక్కుతుందయ్యా. I'll repeat again. కడదాకా ఎవరైతే గురువుని పట్టుకొని ఉంటారో వాళ్ళకే చిక్కుతుందయ్యా. To tell the meaning in English, only those who hold on to the Guru until the end, only they will get the benefit from the Guru. I mean, he didn't specify what they will get, okay? But what all we can get from the Guru, we will get that only if we stay on with the Guru until the end. Stick on to him, okay? Now, I remember very well when Swamiji made this statement, and I was extremely surprised, shocked by this. Not that the statement is wrong or anything like that, but this is from a movie that he watched. It's not a devotional movie, okay? And yet, I mean, the lesson from the movie that he drew was so very different. I don't think anybody else would have drawn this lesson from that movie. That movie is a very famous, very popular movie. It was a box office hit for several months. I mean, I don't keep track of movies because I was at the ashram. No, I could not. This is a movie that was brought out in Telugu called Shankarabharanam. Okay? It is about a music teacher and his disciples. Okay? The way he did service to the music, and then the way his disciples served him, a young boy. So those of you who have seen the movie will understand that the end of the movie is that this teacher, the music teacher, was a classical music teacher. And as we know, in the recent times, in the past few decades, classical music had lost its popularity, right? The other musics have come in, and then so these people didn't have much value for them. Before that, they were very highly respected. Okay, they used to conduct programs, and lots of people used to attend those programs. And these people were very happy, the people who learned real classical music and all that. So this movie was about the fall of the popularity of the classical music and the rise of other kinds of silly music that has come in because of movies and all that. Okay, but somehow at the end of the movie, the people realize the value of the classical music, and then they organize a cultural program where this master is supposed to sing some classical music songs. Okay, and in the course of the movie, a little boy comes to him because he is interested in classical music, and he tries to become a disciple, and with great difficulty he becomes a disciple, and gradually he learns the classical music from him, and he learns it really very well. Okay, so the ending of the story is that the guru starts singing a song, but because he has become aged by then and probably unable to contain his happiness from the program being arranged and the kind of audience that he had, hundreds of people sitting there to listen to him sing a classical song, he was so pleased, overwhelmed by the happiness, that while singing the song, he has a heart attack. Okay, and then he starts coughing and he's unable to sing. Okay, all the musicians who are playing for him, they all had to stop because he was having a heart attack. He was coughing and then he couldn't sing, and then he falls down on the stage. Okay, then this little devotee, a young boy, he picks up the song from the point where the guru left off, and he does a wonderful rendition of the rest of the song while the guru is lying there having suffered a heart attack. Okay, so the movie just ends there. Okay, the guru dies. Before dying, he takes out his I don't know what to call it. It's a anklet that he was given in appreciation of the great music that he knew. He was such a great musician that he had earned that anklet, the golden anklet. So he removes the anklet from his own leg and he puts it on the leg of the young devotee by himself with his own hands. And the movie ends there. So I was watching this movie along with Swamiji. And as the movie came to a close, Swamiji suddenly got up from the mattress and said, "Do you understand? Only those who stick to the Guru until the end, they will benefit from the Guru." And that's it. He went to sleep. He went on to his cot and then he went to sleep. Okay, ma? So this is the third lesson or the third teaching from Swamiji in response to your question. Is the third point clear, or do I need to explain a little more? I think this was in reference to, a number of devotees, they come to the Guru when they believe that the Guru can grant boons and grant them wealth and grant them lots of position, promotion, all these things. And they take all of them. They benefit from all of them. But the moment they find that somehow the Guru is not delivering now, they disappear. They leave the Guru, they go away, they don't come back to the Guru. I have seen devotees like that, unfortunately. Devotees of Swamiji who behave like that. Okay. Do you think Swamiji is delivering or not delivering? Now, 25 years after the Mahasamadhi, after he left his physical body, is Swamiji still delivering as a guru to his disciples or not? Okay, so this is the lesson that Swamiji taught us about what he expects from the devotees and what will make him happy. Okay, ma? I hope I am clear. If you have
Yes, Anna.
any other questions on that, you can ask.
No. It's a wonderful. At least these three lines in Telugu, I will learn. I got the idea part. The rest I will learn, Anna. Definitely.
Okay, ma. I'll try to send them to you along with the meanings and all. Whatever stories I have
Thank you very much.
narrated, I'll try to send them.